Oh, dear God. No, Charlie was a speaker of hate. He was a speaker of hate. He debated people? No, he did not debate people. He went to college campuses and talked in circles. Wouldn't allow anybody else to talk nor share their opinions that differ from his. He threw his line in the water. He baited the hook with rage. And then he and all of his supporters act surprised when Rage took the bait and jumped in the boat with him. Morals. That's what y'all call that? You know, I really and truly wish that some of y'all would actually go look up the definitions of these words, because words have meanings. They don't have morals. But it's cute that you use that word. Did you have the same pearl clutching about the one that the kid that died an hour after he did? That was after he went into the school, his school, mind you, during lunch and decided to turn a gun that he got from his parents' house on his fellow classmates. Did you give a shit about them? Huh? Something's telling me you didn't. With or without consent for the last 26 years, we have been going through this. Kids are being raised in gun culture. When Columbine happened, we had a choice to make. Either hold the parents to some account for what their children did and their actions, you know, taking some of that personal responsibility that the GOP was supposed to be famous for, that those boys' parents allowed them to plan this shit in their own home. Wasn't even behind locked doors. That the firearms, the tools that those two boys managed to get, were all legally purchased. But the GOP, the party of personal responsibility, that you're supposed to be responsible for your children, said no. Teenagers, they should know right from wrong. It's not our fault. Then we let the weapon ban just fucking slip, just fucking wear out, sunset, and now we have more guns than we do human beings in this country. Did you make comment or video one about the ones that just passed? What was it, last week? While in church, praying. Yeah, praying. What about the one before that, the one before that, the one before that? Or the churches, or the grocery stores, or the theaters, or the concerts? Where was the outrage then? Where was this fire then? It was all, well, we can't be held responsible for the actions of others. You Second Amendmenters that grip so tightly to that tool that you scream, pry it from my cold dead fingers while children are dead all around you. And y'all blow well past that well-regulated part, straight head first into that shall not be infringed. You stockpile them. You sit there and say, well, if you just raise your children with them and teach them how to handle them responsibly, that they will never be a school shooter or a mall shooter or a concert shooter or a theater shooter. It'll never be my kid, right? I'm sure the parents of that boy that just did it in Evergreen, I'm sure they said the same thing. I'm sure that Kirk's parents told him the same thing. I'm sure that the one who did it at the church, his parents, said the same thing. And I can bet you dollars to donut that Mrs. Kirk over there, she has absolutely no empathy. I'm wondering, when she lays head to pillow at night, does she actually see the flashbacks in her mind? I hope every time she closes her eyes, that's the vision that she sees. She had a front row seat to it. Maybe then she'll learn a little bit of empathy of the children and the adults who were children when it happened to them. Only when they close their eyes, the faces that they see are the ones of their little classmates and their friends and their teachers. You cannot constantly go around saying it's not guns that kill people, it's people that kill people, while not regulating the people who get their hands on those tools. What happened to Charlie Kirk should have never happened. His kids should not be growing up without a father. His wife should not be growing up without her husband and raising them two babies that they brought into this world together by herself. But that's what she's going to be doing. Before the suspect, the alleged shooter, was even found, your side blamed us. You said we would pay, and you didn't even know who it was nor his political affiliation, and turns out he was one of y'all's. Only a little bit more radicalized by people just like Charlie Kirk. Oh, by the way, does anybody know where those Epstein files are? Huh? Did they just go ahead and shred them? Our priorities are fucked in this country. And the citizenry, those of us, have to stand up and we have to fix it. I tell you what, when the GOP takes some personal responsibility for the shit show that we're in and understand that they are only governed this way because they've consented to it. Okay. We didn't. We didn't consent to this. That's the reason why we didn't vote for it. Y'all love to say elections have consequences, and then when the consequences come knocking at your door, you say, not my problem, not my fault. And blame it on someone else. A group of people that you don't even know, that could very well be your next door neighbor, that you were all hooping and hollering just a couple of days about, making us pay for it. Maybe self-reflection would work well before you come into someone's comment section and spew such nonsense. Dear God, lady.